Alrighty. Alrighty, hello everyone. Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Shiny Hunting for the ARC project and blah blah blah. We're hunting more Tornadus and we're hunting more, well not more, but we're doing a new hunt as well for Virizion. Just cause a lot of these hunts kind of work in pairs. So I figured probably the better play would be to do things that work in sort of like threes. If we finished half of a pair, we'll start with something else in like a trio, you know, something like that. There's only a few of them in these games that aren't really like too bad. If we manage to do Tornadus quickly enough, we should be able to actually go and hunt more Virizion. Let me. Yes. Okay. I think we're pretty much good to go. Hope everyone's doing all right. I'm doing fantastic. It's been a weird day, long day. I meant to get this done a lot earlier, but, well, not done, but get this started a lot earlier, like 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I had to, like, do some other prep work, and I lost track of time, and I also got absorbed in YouTube Shorts, and you know how it is. Anyway, regardless, if you're new here and you haven't already, and you're, like, you know, if you're interested, you'd like to stick around, you should like and subscribe. Check out all the stuff down in the description, down below. And also, make sure to... Hold on. Did I actually copy and paste this? No, I didn't. Okay, make sure to check out that, you know, if you would not be, you know, opposed to it, you know, because you don't have to, but there is my Streamlabs tip link down in the description and right here in the chat momentarily. There we are. The Streamlabs, there we go. Now pinned in the chat. It's not required, but it is greatly appreciated if you throw some change my way, you know. You know how it is. Yeah, I guess we're pretty much ready to go. I'm kind of just like winging it. Shady. Having a shit day, ain't nothing going my way, but let's not dwell on the negative. I'll be splitting it around 8 though. Sorry, kind of hey, no worries, man. Do your thing. Do your thing. Like, I get it. It's been a weird day for me too. But for you, it's less weird and more shit, but you know what I mean. So one other thing that's kind of also, hold on, I got a text. Oh, no, it's not important. That is strange. Why is that there the whole time? I wouldn't mind. Why is that there? Hold on. Sorry, just taking a look at Touch Portal here. That's weird. Anyway, I think we're okay for now. Honestly, it's just kind of annoying that is there. But yeah, so we are basically ready to get started here. So I've got something that's going to be a little jank. I've got 2 separate instances of the counter running because I can't select more than one counter at one time for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like I tried. Like I mean, like I can edit it, I can remove it, but I cannot I cannot do anything else. Okay, so that should be that one, and then this one should be this one. So this is gonna get interesting. So if something like goes catastrophically wrong and something breaks horribly, that'll be why, but because I am getting an error, an exception error. However, like what is it called? It's a unhandled exception. Yeah, I can't access this file, blah 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 blah. It's like trying, but I actually can do it. It totally works. Right, so However, it is also, like, refreshing my browser every time I have it open. Okay, let's just move on. So let's go ahead and move up here. I think we're at least, like, really close to Virizion. I kind of got it set up and didn't quite... I don't think I nailed it. Yeah, it's still quite a ways. Okay. But that's the first encounter down. Hopefully we get Virizion soon, because that would be kind of funny. And then we'll do something silly. What I am going to do, however, is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pause this one real fast, like pause the emulation on this one, just so that we can actually continue to move. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a little inch save. Hold on, I need to actually be able to see the files and everything here. Inch save. Inch. Okay, well, I got it. That one's a little off, timing wise, but I did get them. All right, so I think we got the optimal, like, positioning. We're pretty much good to go. And I think we're all equipped with our berries and everything like that still, so I think we're good to go. I'm also going to double check, make sure that is the case. Okay, Trevenant is good to go there. Okay, they're both good to go here. I'm going to double check both of them, make sure. Lepaberry. Okay, cool. Only thing that's kind of like a little iffy about this is the popping noise is also definitely duplicated. The popping noise that I've set up is also definitely duplicated. So it's a little rough to listen to, I'm not gonna lie. Check in there. I think I am gonna have to come up with a new solution for death counter here, just because this is not this is a little jank, and I kind of feel a little like gross about it. It's like I feel like I'm going to break something on my computer doing it this way. But it's probably fine. I was kind of hoping we'd get it in like instantly. I'm still waiting. One day we're gonna get the first encounter. The first encounter shiny. It's gonna happen one day. Not anytime soon, but one day. One of the things I did do in preparation for this was I did transfer over my save files down from my computer to my 3DS, moved everything, grabbed everything I needed, you know, put them all in there, and then moved them back up to the emulator. So that way we do have at least, we are able to grab all of the hunts we could ever want. Basically, I was grabbing all of the pairs of Pokemon that we need to hunt. That needed to hunt certain things. Like, so, for example, if we want to get Rayquaza, we need to have both Kyogre and Groudon in the party. So I have a bunch of extras of legendaries and what have you. I've got them in the party, or in my PC box, ready so that we can, you know, get them in there at some point. So we are basically ready to go. Like, for any hunt we want. I'm just doing all of the regular hunts first, and then we're gonna do like all the regular ones first, and then we'll tackle the ones that, like, the pairs, I guess is what I'll say, and then we'll tackle the fancy one after that. So, for example, one of these, like, we can only hunt Entei and Raikou in one of these games, but once you have both of them in the party, that's where you can get Suicune. So that's basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna hunt Entei and Raikou on both of these games, or whatever pair what we're hunting, Dialga, Palkia, Kyogre, Groudon, Latios, what have you, right? And then if the pairing has, like, if it's necessary for the pair to be in the party to get the next Pokemon, we'll do that with the extras I transferred over. Should be no problem. One thing I've definitely noticed is that a lot of the files that I've acquired, the 3D, like, GIFs that I've got of Pokemon, a lot of them come from different games, like, obviously, right? Because not all Pokemon are in, like, not especially the new ones, like the fancy ones. Like, since Gen 8, like, not all Pokemon have been in the game. What I'm noticing here is that we've got the Gen 8 Virizion, no problem, but we've got the Gen 7. We've got the Gen 7, like, Tornadus here. Which I'm pretty sure we have a Gen 8 Tornadus now, at least in Legends Arceus. If it wasn't already in Sword and Shield. I don't see why, like... Actually, you know, that is a good question. That's something to look up real fast. Tornadus. Open link in new tab. That's the wrong button. There we go. I need the Gen 8 Dex. What games could you be caught in? You could indeed be caught in the Dynamax Adventures of Crown Tundra. I don't know why I don't have the updated models for these then in this file folder I downloaded. That's rude. I'll have to figure out a way to get those later. I miss USUM. I mean, I miss it too, honestly. That's why I've been so happy to, like, kind of this is why I've been shiny hunting in this game, like basically for everything lately. When it comes to, like, our legendaries and everything, just because it was a really nice experience to go back and play Ultra Moon recently. And it's good. It's good. Like, Sun and Moon, pretty alright. You know, kind of meh. Very much walking visual novel sort of deal, but with a Pokemon skin. How would a Legend Sun and Moon be, I wonder? Dude, it would be immaculate. It would be amazing. And I really hoped That's kind of what we were gonna get, you know, next with the Gen 7 Pokemon, like for the starters and everything. But I don't know about that one anymore, man. Legends Eclipse. That would be a pretty good title. The biggest selling point wouldn't just be like, not selling point, but the biggest thing that they could really do was like, you set it in the world of Sun and Moon, but like in the distant past, and you make it so that the events of like when Necrozma lost its light, and you know, darkens the skies of Alola the first time, that's when that game takes place. I just want to hear my boy Guzma's theme again. I mean, I would love to hear like an old school, like traditional, like instrumentation sound of, you know, basically remix of it. All right, later, Shady. Have a good night, man. I'm ready for the Golisopod glow up that might potentially be happening soon. And if it doesn't, I'm ready for a Golisopod glow up like in a Legends Sun and Moon game. Just finished ZA and that was certainly immaculate. I still have not played it. I have been not totally spoiler free, but I've been pretty damn close when it comes to the plot. But I still think it looks good. I think it is pretty. I know the bar is low for Pokemon, but it still looks pretty. I am anxious to try it. Like it's probably not going to be till December when I get my hands on it, and that's probably how we'll close out the year. But I mean, I'm still looking forward to it, especially with a potential DLC and you know, well, not potential, but especially with the DLC coming and what might be in it. You know what I'm saying? The only downside is the building and their lack of features, just boxes and with window PNGs slapped on them, otherwise pretty solid. Yeah, that's kind of been my thing. It's like when it was first revealed, outside of the, you know, the promotional like teaser, but like when it was actually like when they actually showed us what the game fucking looked like, when it was only for the original Switch, before it was Switch 2 had even been confirmed yet, you know, technically, the game looked like shit. It looked terrible. Looked fucking dog shit. Like, textures wise, it looked awful. Visuals, terrible. Then the Switch 2 version was revealed, and then the game came out, and then we're all like, ooh, this is better. Hold on. The buildings are still JPEGs, but this is, here we go, you know? I'm still looking forward to it. It's still better than the sloppy mess Scarlet and Violet had. Yeah, probably. I'm still annoyed that Scarlet and Violet came out in the way it did. I think like Switch 2 version of it has made, you know, things significantly better. And I'm actually kind of anxious to play Scarlet and Violet again on the Switch 2 specifically. I would not mind doing a alternate like profile like Violet playthrough like on the Switch 2, if that makes sense. I would not mind that at all. Because the game itself, like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. The buildings are gorgeous. There's color everywhere. You can't go in any of them. The towns are exceptionally small. They might as well not even be there. But they're really pretty. And so I'm okay with it, you know? I don't know. I'm still, I haven't got, because I don't own a Switch 2 yet, I'm still interested. See, Game Freak, if you're watching this, bring voice acting. I'm going to be real. I know I have the unpopular opinion here, but I don't think voice acting will make a single bit of difference. I don't think I want voice acting in a Pokemon game. Unless we treat it like every other JRPG. Unless we treat it like every other JRPG and we get like different localization. If we get the Japanese voices as well as the English, okay, you know what? Maybe. But I think the voice acting thing is like, I know they're doing the cutscenes like with the moving mouth and then like there's no voice, and I get why people are frustrated with that, but I don't really mind it because I don't know, they're just kind of inconsequential. Like in that sort of moment, it's mostly like I'm just used to reading it, I guess. I know I'm the weird one here, but I don't think it makes a big difference to me at all. Normally I'm all about voice acting. I really like it. Like, in fact, there's tons of games where I'm like, why wasn't this voice acted? In our last the last playthrough I did before starting Xenoblade, East 9 Monstrum Nox had a ton of cutscenes where they were partially voice acted, and it was really jarring when they would start off with text with no voice acting. Suddenly there would be voice acting, and then it would go back to no voice acting just because they didn't have the, you know, they couldn't get the characters to have a voice in that cutscene. You know, it was probably just logistics and budgeting, and just hours, you know, voice acting hours, like basically kind of just didn't work there. But it was still one of those things where it was like, why was any of this voiced at all? Like I could understand having a voice acted cutscene, like where it's like, you know, you got your proper text in the bottom and it's like a whole thing. What I don't get is partially voice acted stuff, you know? See, it kind of cuts off the intensity of the moment having a cutscene without voice acting, only hearing the wind blowing against me and my random tea kettle going off. I get it. I do get it. I just think, I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to be satisfied, is what it comes down to. Because unless they're also pulling from like a unique set of voice actors, we're also going to have the same like 5 people, the same Funimation like 5 voice actors, you know? That's really what it's going to be. Especially in a place like Kalos. All of them are going to be speaking with an American accent. Like, you'll have some characters where they're like, you know, kind of speaking like in like using French little words and all that, like bonjour and all that. But it's going to be like, bonjour, bro. You know, it's unless we're actually getting like, I will settle for English, as in like English voice actors for it, you know, because it'll at least sound different to my ear. But I would really appreciate like fluent English speaking French, basically. If that makes sense, like for ZA, like if they're going to localize all these, if they're going to make all these regions like very like especially in Kalos, where it's like so French, it's like, yeah, come on. Like Galar, for example, if we ever get like a new remake of Sword and Shield in another 10 years time, which is kind of crazy to think about that could happen actually. If we were to get another like remake of Sword and Shield or a Legends game or what have you, I want the voice acting cast range, not the actors range, I mean the range of the cast of Xenoblade 2 in Galar. I want my Welsh, I want my Scots, I want Irish, I want Brits, and like all the different like various portions of English, you know, not Brits, but English I meant, but all the different kinds of English. That's what I want. I've been spoiled by Xenoblade. I'll be real. I've been spoiled by Xenoblade. As Poke fans, we're picky eaters, and despite that, when it comes down to it, we'll still eat whatever Game Freak serves us. You're not wrong. As no matter how much like we object, we'll still like, and how like, man. No matter how much we object, we'll still eat it. Like, we'll still be dick eaters. But for a lot of us, including me, it's just kind of it's like a guilty pleasure thing, you know? It's a guilty pleasure / like comfort game. I don't care if it's the most amazing game. As long as I'm having fun, all right, good enough for me. I'm cool with the lore stuff as well. That's fun too. But, yeah. It doesn't have to be the most insane, like graphically intense, super cool thing. It really doesn't have to be. I don't mind. I will say, seeing the new Digimon game, as someone who's never touched Digimon in their fucking life, like, that game blows ZA out of the fucking water from what I've seen so far. That game looks amazing. It looks amazing. It deserves all of the glazing at the moment. It deserves it. I don't know anything about his gameplay mechanics, but graphically, oh yeah, it deserves it. Gorgeous game. Let's see, I'm certainly interested in the upcoming I forget how to actually pronounce that as Pokeopia or Pocopeia. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I know the game you're talking about, the Animal Crossing one that isn't actually Animal Crossing. Yeah, I'm down for that one too. It's funny to me. It's really funny to me that Pal World had been working on that game at the on a very similar game at the same time, and then had to release a trailer for it basically a week later because they're like, we're working on the same game, guys. What the fuck? That shit's funny to me. And they're probably going to nail that execution a lot better too. To be honest with you. Like, especially with something when it comes to like I'm still interested in what the Pokemon Animal Crossing is going to be like, how they'll do it, like mechanically. I think that'll be I think it'll be a lot of fun. But it's more so like, it's more of a morbid curiosity than it is like, oh yeah, dude, I'm interested in playing this. Cause I'm not really in Animal Crossing. Like, I don't really devote a lot of time to Animal Crossing. Like, I've got New Horizons. In fact, a friend bought New Horizons for me, and we played it a lot, like when it came out during COVID. And after a certain point, I just didn't open it again, and it's been like 4 years at least since I last opened that game. So I don't, you know. Sorry, I read that and I completely lost my entire train of thought because now we're on that train of thought. Recently, a streamer got sued and ordered to pay over $16,000 for streaming pirated Nintendo leaked games and stating, and I quote on Twitter to Nintendo, "You may own the games, but I own the streets." I don't know if he's gonna win that one, bud. I don't know if that's gonna go well for you. I don't know the full context for this one either, but That's sketch as fuck. He already lost? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I imagine he did. Like, if you're gonna pirate, do it on, like, obviously illegal, don't do it. But also, don't get caught if you're gonna. Dumb shit. Like, playing a game that's obviously, like, not out yet, and you didn't, like, first of all, like, there's a ton, but like with ZA, there were a bunch of them on the shelves already a week prior to its release, and people could, like, just legitimately buy it from the store. They were like, yeah, fuck it, we don't care. That was totally a thing that happened, right? So I don't care about that at all. Now, go hog wild. You're probably not going to escape the embargo that's likely in place, but have fun. But when it comes to something that you, like, first of all, you pirated it. Second of all, it's not out yet. And then you're fucking streaming it? My man was on the left side of the bell curve with that decision. Not a wise decision there. Not a good one. Streaming is one thing, but going to Nintendo and basically confessing. Why? What? Okay. Consider my brain hurt. Man got too cocky. He sure did. Like, that's not even just cocky. That's just... Oh, man. That's, like, angering. That's frustrating. Like... I don't know, man. That's wild. Yuck. Jesus. Okay, I think I might need to replace that key switch then. Damn. Okay, what was I doing? On the topic of Digimon, I played the new one, and it's in fact amazing. First time playing a Digimon game. See, I'm about right there with you. If I had the scratch, I probably would be playing that new Digimon game too. I've never touched Digimon. I don't think I've even watched more than a single episode of the show, and when I was really young when I did. And that game looks good. It looks really good. it has definitely been thrown on the Steam wish list. Like, I just watching the trailer for it was enough for me to be like, what are we doing? What is this? Like, it's, was it Bandai Namco that put that one out? Pretty sure it's Bandai. Let me take a look real quick on, because Bandai Namco does, like, crazy stuff with their JRPGs. Like, they've got the Tales series, first of all, so it's already it's a huge bar. Let's see. Digimon, what is it? Time Stranger? Yes, the one. Bandai Namco. That's what it is. It's really, it's like, and obviously like Mediavision, like they're kind of like a, it looks like that's the only game they've got on here. No, hold on. That is a demo. 100 line Last Defense Academy. That's a thing on here as well. Yeah, Media.Vision Inc. are the developers of Digimon Time Stranger, Digimon Story Time Stranger, and then also the 100 line Last Defense Academy. That's the only two games they've got on Steam, at least. I don't know what else they've worked on, but it's all published under Bandai Namco, which, by the way, they've done a ton. They've got fucking Dragon Ball games. They've got fucking Super Robot Wars. First of all, they have Elden Ring and Dark Souls. They have the Tales of series. I think they've also got, I want to say they've got the Sword Art Online stuff. Yes, they do. They have the Sword Art Online stuff as well. Like, Bandai Namco does like crazy work here. Like they do like, and Code Vein. They also have Code Vein now that I think about it. Like they actually give the developers and everything, like they think they actually give them a fucking budget. Good lord. You think it'd be available on Switch too, since it has overshadowed ZA? It probably will be eventually. It probably will be. At some point. I think the reason why it's not in particular is because it is kind of comparable to ZA. But if Monster Hunter Stories can, you know, be on the Switch, I think it'll be fine eventually, at least. Like, the thing that's crazy to me is because we did see what the budget is for all of our Pokemon games that have released so far. We have the budget has been leaked, and it's so small for such a large company, and it really does come down to like the budget being small, the game like not being as good as a result, and the budget just isn't there because it's being put on, you know, put for the like everything else, which is bizarre because it should be on the fucking games. Also, I did not hit the button there. There we go. Yeah, like, I mean, it's like something like $10-20 million, something like that, for Pokemon. I think that's what it was for Scarlet and Violet or ZA. I can't remember which one, but it's something like ridiculously low like that. That was the entire development budget for a company that's like, no wonder, first of all, no wonder the development teams, like the actual like Game Freak size is quite small. That's the budget for Pokemon. No wonder the team working on the game is small. You know, and just it's just not It's not up to par with what it should be. Makes total sense now. Everything makes so much more sense. Supposedly, also in the, this is all from like the Terra leak. This is all that came from the Terra leak last year, but more data came out, or more stuff came out from it this year. Actually, not too long ago, I think right before ZA released. We got the budgets, and as I believe we also got a bunch of like prototypes and all kinds of stuff for the next, like, you know, the next Pokemon game for next year. So, like, well, probably next year, not confirmed, right? Which the game looks, from what they've shown, the screenshots don't look amazing because it is like, you know, rough work in progress sort of deal. But it's the budget is significantly higher. It is way more technically impressive, and I'm way more interested in it. Like what is it? Wind and Wave tentatively. I'm very interested. Eventually, once it, you know, gets announced and released and all that shit, I'll be like, ooh, mine, yoink, and we'll play it, and it'll be a good time. If you had to join one of the evil teams, which would it be? Oh, well, I wouldn't be able to join Team Galactic despite how much I love their theme and the region they're in, because dog, I've done green hair before. Not happening again. I was like in the 5th grade, and it did not go over well. So not green. No, we're not doing green hair again. Team Skull is probably the most benign. Team Yell is annoying. I don't think I would mind Aether, because it's not really an evil team, but it's also kind of an evil team. The Aether Foundation, it totally kind of is one. But I think, you know, once you get through the weird like power trip they had for a second, they've got cool, like the scientists in particular got like cool drip. They have a cool looking helmet. I don't know why they have a helmet really, you know, because Plasma, because they got the drip, at least the Neoplasma and the theme slaps. Yeah, but I'm not really about like, I'm not really about their goals for me, you know? It's like the drip is cool, but the goal, I like, it would probably be team, you know, when it comes down to it, it's probably going to be like Aqua, Magma, or Aether. Because Plasma, you're just a bunch of fucking dicks. Like, stealing things. Team Rocket, same deal, really. But like, that one just feels like, that one's just morally worse. Because it's like, you don't actually have a real goal. You're just like, I'm just an asshole. I'm just a gang member. Aqua and Magma had way worse goals. Yes, they did, but it all comes from a good place. And besides, with Magma, it'll be fine. Or Aqua, they'll both be fine eventually. They were misguided and they just fucked up a little bit. They just kind of had to tone it down just a smidge. That's all they really needed. Honestly, they should have worked together and then like kind of did like an equilibrium thing, and it would have been fine. Making the world a better place for people in Pokemon. That was all it was about. They just went about it in a really weird, bad way. But yeah, no, probably Aether Foundation. That's probably what I would go with if I had to be part of an evil team. A team for Rayquaza would have been interesting. And that's kind of like almost, but not quite, kind of what we got with Zinnia, with her being the only representative. Because she's part of like some sort of like clan that was like, what was it, lore keeper or whatever. She was part of like a specific clan that would kind of record all that information and all that. Ooh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Backstretch. that reminds me. It's been about 45 minutes. I'm gonna check my... I won't lie, I'm also doing a few things like in between here. Like, I've got Xenoblade up and running. Oh, except that it's doing this again. There we go. But yeah, I've got Xenoblade up and running still. I've got Merc missions going on the side. Oh shit, I turned off the game. Well, I paused it. Press the button, thank you. Alright. We do have Flare as well, who basically nuked the whole town. That's true, we did have Flare. I just, you know, as much as I like the red, I think they needed to tone it down in terms of saturation. I think it, well, or maybe not so much saturation, more so brightness. I think if they went with something way more darker, sort of like a maroon, you know, that would have been a lot better. I actually don't mind, like, I don't look too bad in red, so I wouldn't be all that upset with it. Especially the bald guy. How to Be Parent, written by Luzamine, author gets... Not wrong. But, the bald admin, that's what the male admin character in Team Flare, they had like the white suit with the red, with the red underneath. That was pretty fucking nice looking. That was pretty good looking. And isn't the, and I did see something, I did get spoiled a little bit. There is technically Team Flare in ZA, but I think they just run a cafe now, and I think I saw their outfit, and they look pretty good too. They look great. I'm quite pleased. I'm happy to see them. Lysander had the best look though of the entire thing. That's really what it comes to. Like, yeah, it's like Lysander had like the best, like if I could wear any article from that team, yeah, I'd be wearing Lysander's suit, of course. That shit looks immaculate. Go. 100 encounters done tonight. Woo! And I'm still clicking through the Merc group stuff. There we go. Okay, I don't think there's anything new here. Alright, we're pretty much good to go. Okay. I can actually put that away completely. We're good to go on that one now. I've been doing a lot of grinding for Xenoblade 2, just off screen here. I've been doing a lot of stuff like Merc missions and stuff like that, just so we can get more contracts. Or deeds, I guess, so to speak. I keep using these little phrases when they don't really apply. They just kind of... They're like brain rot, they just kind of like slip out now. Like, so to speak, you know what I mean? All that shit. So you're gonna have to forgive me if I keep doing that again and again and again. Even if it doesn't make any sense. They just slip. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff like just the Merc missions, grinding out stuff, like with the affinity charts and development level as well, which has been fun. I've been having a good time with that and salvaging and stuff. 'Cause you need to get it done. Hey Slip, how's it going, man? When we get more deeds, you know, because I've been doing all this like salvaging and selling and all that stuff, because I've been doing that, I'm getting more deeds and we're also getting passive bonuses. So I'm slightly getting more pickup radius and slightly more sprint speed, more chain it, the fucking party gauge decreasing slower thing. It's like stuff like that, you know, all the little like small bonuses and stuff. I also did get a plus 10 to lifestyle items, which means we can hold, like, for certain items, we can now hold like 20 of like of whatever, like our pouch items, which is so huge, especially for Narspur jelly, which means we can actually start equipping that on everybody, which is good. It's good, been a productive day. Awesome. Awesome and or excellent. Almost forgot Metroid 4 is coming. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've not played Metroid Prime, but I don't know, like it's not something I really think about at all. It's kind of like Fire Emblem. Like, I don't really think about it, but when it comes out, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm happy for the other people that are happy. My brother is actually a much bigger, like, he played Metroid Prime, like, back like when it came out and everything. He had Metroid Prime, a couple of them at least on the GameCube, and then I think he had there was one on the DS, I think. There was like a Metroid Prime remake or sequel game, like on the DS or something. Had that one too. That was cool. I played that one a little bit just because it was accessible for me. But yeah, I watched him play it, and I never really touched it though. Still cool, and I might give it more of a chance simply for the fact, for the Metroid for pretty much all the systems. Yeah, definitely. If we're just going like Metroid, not just you know, Prime, but yeah. I know there's a Metroid Prime on the Wii. But simply, okay, so I'm much more interested in Prime 4 simply for the fact of the mouse controls being a thing. I don't know how Switch 2 mouse controls feel, because again, no Switch 2. But I have to imagine it can't be bad, right? It can't be horrible. So I could see myself playing a demo of Metroid Prime with the mouse controls. I could see myself playing a demo. I don't normally play demos. Just because I'm like, I don't want to install this. It's a pain in the ass. But I might just. Might just. I need to get a Switch 2 first. Been dealing with a guy who's selling his for $325. That's really low. Even for secondhand, that's really low. Damn. That's a steal. I mean, the regular Switch is $300, right? And the OLED is $350. Marketplace is good prices. I will... That's not bad. That's not bad. I feel I'm a little bit more cautious when it comes to consoles. I try not to get them secondhand, simply for the fact of I don't know what happened to them prior to getting them. At least if they're a new console, you know, if there's not, you can't really help it if you're getting a 3DS or something, right? How would I say this? Yeah, like, I mean, that's kind of a thing. It's like, be careful that it's not bricked. Yeah, otherwise you should be good. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a thing. It's very rare that it can be bricked, honestly. It's incredibly rare that happens. But it's one of those things where it's like, if I'm gonna get a console, I might as well just like, unless it's really cheap and it's clearly in working order, there's nothing outwardly, you know, wrong with it. Fuck it. I'm just gonna get the thing, hopefully on sale, but new. Like either through Black Friday or some bullshit like that. If you can manage it. That's gonna be interesting. Bought a few stuff like a PS5 for $250. That's fuck, goddamn. And GameCube for around $30? How the hell did you get a GameCube for $30? How fucked up was it? And how long ago was this? A GameCube that cheap sounds like an estate sale. Ah, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, actually. It was in good condition with 2 controllers, and it was several months ago. I'm gonna need your fucking, like, black market connections, buddy. I really like this version of the track that's playing right now, the X68K version of Redmont. It's really nice. Most of the X68K versions of the music from East is it 3? I think it's East 3. Yeah, East 3 it's just fantastic. I get my stuff from 2 main areas, the marketplace and local flea market. I'm assuming Facebook Marketplace. Which, you know what? Not a bad strat, honestly. I should probably be looking more there myself. I just, you know, part of it is also just like I rarely have the scratch like on hand to actually be like, okay, I can look for things like there and splurge. See, I remember buying furniture from an estate sale, initially walked in there for a dresser and walked out with a bunch of jerseys and such. We've wound up, I have a family, well, it's not my family friend, it's my mother's family friend, so I guess we have a family friend, whatever, it doesn't matter. We have a family friend that they did this a couple years ago, like where they wound up at an estate sale, grabbed a bunch of stuff, and then dropped a bunch of it over here because it's like, this is no interest to me, but you'll like this. And it's, you know, it was a bunch of stuff my mom was all about, like, you know, like old vintage magazines and stuff and cookbooks and stuff like that. And, you know, it's just, that's kind of like what ended up happening is she went to an estate sale for like one thing and wound up with like, oh my gosh, gotta get this. So that does not surprise me in the least. Half of my Switch games came from the Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Where's this Tornadus, goddammit? Where is this goober? Come on now. Considering the economy we're at now, yeah, I'm happy with the marketplace. Yeah, fair enough. That's absolutely true. Definitely less likely to get scammed there. Probably. There's been a, like, I would not, I would actually be kind of interested to see if I could get a new 3DS XL, like on the cheap from Marketplace. That would probably be a great place to look for one, because I do need one. I would prefer to get like a newish one. If I have to import one from Japan, oh well, because I'm gonna homebrew it anyway, so it's not gonna matter. But yeah, like finding like a new 3DS XL is not a new 3DS XL is not easy nor cheap around here at this time, at this point. Given how long it's been since they stopped making them, and how in demand they are. I've seen quite a few 3DSs on the marketplace around the 200s. Oh yeah, like the original 3DS as well, definitely super cheap. Because it sucks. But the new 3DS XL is the one I've been eyeing because, frankly, it has the most power. I think it's all the same with the 3DS and the 3DS XL, and then all the new ones and the new 2DS XL, all of them. I think they're all around the same like power. I think the screens. I don't really care for the like. You can get like an IPS screen if you're lucky. For some reason, they didn't make all of them IPS screens. You can get one that's like a top screen that's IPS and the bottom screen not. Or both, or none. It's really confusing and completely fucking random. But that doesn't really matter to me at all, honestly. My main thing is homebrewing and getting a capture card. That is the main thing. Probably start on Marketplace, but seeing them at pawn shops. Most modded 3DS with God knows how many get. Yeah. I mean, shit. The one I've got now, my 3DS XL. If I can get it off the shelf without falling over behind me and grabbing a note card that I actually don't want. Probably cost this one. Yeah, this one I did homebrew. It's just a regular one. Doesn't have the little. It's just a regular 3DS XL. It's an old one. Old Link Between Worlds 3DS from 2013. And it served me well, a lot. I would prefer to sort of retire it, especially for something like this. Like, kind of obviously, I want to maybe play it with like maybe just play it with some games, like and always have it as like a backup if I ever need to trade a Pokemon or something, But I really want a new 3DS XL because it is also homebrew, right? I want a new 3DS XL mostly so I can open it up, have a capture card installed in it by someone else who isn't me because I can't solder and I'm terrified of opening them up, especially to install circuitry, and important stuff like that. But I want to get all that in there. I want to actually be able to play these games. While it's nice to play them on an emulator and it's been very useful, I do actually want to play them through a capture card. Especially if there winds up being some sort of issue where I can't continue with one game or what have you, right? Though, I will say, so far, my experience with emulators has been pretty amazing. I have not had like any sort of like serious like roadblock in any game I've played, any Pokemon game at least. So it might be kind of superfluous at this point, but maybe something will come up. It would still be nice to have one, a capture card and what have you. Let's see, I miss the NDS Pokemon days when we used to use the GTS. I mean, shit, I miss the 3DS GTS. I miss having the GTS period, because like technically we still have it kind of with Pokemon Home, and it sucks. It sucks dick. Yeah, the NPC. Yeah. Home's GTS sucks dick. That's really what that's how I feel about it. It's bad. It sucks. I went looking I was trying to get a a native to Galar fucking Slurpuff and the other one, the Aromatisse, that's the one. Trying to get a native to Galar one, dude, it sucked so much. The fact that GTS was not available in the game itself, and it was, and so what I would get constantly instead was I would just trade them out again and again with itself, like Aromatisse for Aromatisse. First, I offered up a shiny just to see if I would get what I wanted. The first one, I got lucky. It actually gave me, because I have a bajillion extra like shinies I don't need, so might as well offer them up for trade fodder. So I would offer something like a fucking one of the 17 shiny Ekans that I have or some bullshit for a native to Galar. The idea was to get a native to Galar Slurpuff. But the only thing you can do is toggle which game it can be sent to, not whether or not it came from Galar. I don't know why that is not a feature. Why can't you toggle like the origin game that it came from? I don't know. So what would end up happening was that I would basically wind up with a Slurpuff or an Aromatisse, whichever one it was, I don't remember. Just constantly, all of them came from Pokemon Go. Again and again and again and again, until eventually I got one from Galar. And that's been my experience with only one Switch and no friends to trade it with. And not being able to get the other one from the other game. I think you can find them through max raids, but yeah, let me just rely on that RNG of finding one maybe. The GTS sucks. All GTS better, because we didn't have these constraints of trying to get one native from the game if we wanted to fill out our decks completely for the shiny gift. That wasn't the constraint we had at the time, and it wasn't really a problem. What would also have been nice is the link cable coming back, or being a thing much earlier, frankly. The link cable should have been a thing since like Gen 4. It should have been. But no. Like, goddamn. This reminds me, I also do need to hit the stop recording, delete this recording, and then make a new one. Okay, we're recording a new one here. Let me actually pull up the recording files. Is it gonna load these? Okay, that is 10:31, 11:01. That's the one from today, I think. Yes, that's the one from today. All right, go ahead and delete that one. It's fine. I have to go comb through the other ones as well to make sure I don't have like extra ones I don't need. I do. Okay, continuing on. I believe we're gonna get mystery gift events for the Kalos Mysticals and ZA. I mean, probably. The thing that's concerning is that we have 3 different Kalos Mythicals. And so we're gonna get one from home, because that's the way they roll. They do, like, once you complete the entire decks, the regular decks, and then the DLC decks, once you have that entirely complete and they're all sandwiched into home and registered, that is when they decide to give you the new one, your legendary mythical gift Pokemon or whatever, your shiny. That's only one. That leaves 2 more that we have to get. We have to get Volcanion, and we also need Hoopa. Which tells me that's going to be mystery gift events. And I'm not after how they handled, after how they did the mystery gift events for fucking, for the box arts of Scarlet and Violet, Miraidon and Koraidon, couldn't think of the names for a second. After how they handled that one, I have no confidence in their abilities. Like, seriously, they did such an amazing job with the mystery gift events, or the Terra raid bosses. Like for Rayquaza, that was so crazy. That was so huge. That was such a fun event. And then they went, what if we don't do that and make it fun? And instead we make it like shit. Great idea. Let's make it a limited distribution in terms of number, and it's like a seriously, like, ridiculously low number of codes for one game, not both Pokemon, one code per game, one Pokemon, one code, one game. And we only gave like 150 of them to each GameStop. Why? I don't... Fucking me. Shiny hunting is too easy in new gens back in my day. I don't care. I have such a thing. I don't care if it's too easy. It needs to be easier. I need to literally be walking forward and then just one pops up. I agree, they are incredibly easy. And I actually see that as I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't think it should get probably too much easier. Probably would be a bad thing. But I think at the level of Scarlet and Violet, like where you have to like use a bunch of items and do all that, and I think that's okay. I'm only saying that because of the challenge that I have imposed upon myself, where I have to do a shiny living form dex, but for both genders, and then I have to do it again, but not shiny. So that's kind of the thing where I'm like, I will take as many shinies as I can get, as easy as I can get them. What I will say is that distributions also suck. Just generally, like, as a result of this the recent like Koraidon and Miraidon debacle, it's just like, yep, we've gone back to 2010 and this sucks. This is terrible. Now, if I can do this, if I could literally just do this for Hoopa, Volcanion, Diancie, whichever one it's going to end up being, if I could just do this, no problem. No problem. Getting the shiny charm, I've heard, is awful in ZA because I think it requires you to do 1,000 battles. So fuck that. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, if that was the option, in order to get like Hoopa, Volcanion, Diancie, if that was my option, I would have to do it. I'd have to stick it out, or just hunt it without the charm, and it would probably actually be faster to do it that way. But regardless, if I could soft reset hunt, no problem. As long as we don't do a shitty distribution for those, we're good. If it's just a log in for this month and get your shiny for free, no problem. Also no problem. Not gonna worry about it. But if it ends up being a fucking like physical code that I have to go out to GameStop to get, and there's only so many of them again, then I'm going to do exactly what I did for this last one, where I could not get a code. I could not get a code. So here's what I fucking did. I found someone using a trade bot, and I gave myself some with the trade bot. I don't care. Like, there was no other recourse for me to get these things. So, that's the way it is. I'm still upset, actually. Not upset, but I'm still disappointed that we never got a new and final DLC for Scarlet and Violet. We should have gotten a third part, which I guess it kind of like Indigo Disc kind of was like part 3, because part 1 was the main game, part 2 was the whatever, but like we should have gotten a third DLC. We should have. They should have gone the extra mile and just put in the remaining Pokemon that we were missing. Just put them in there. Fuck it. No balls. And bam. There's like this weird rocky mountain thing. Like that would essentially like with the way that what's the region? Paldea, with the way it's kind of like analogous to the Iberian peninsula. So it's like, I think it's Iberian, where it's basically Spain, Portugal kind of like melded together. It's also the general shape of it. There's like this section of it that clearly like that would link to something like Kalos. It totally would. It's in the northeast section of the map. There's just massive cliff that you can just, it's just there. It's blank, it's barren. There should have been something there. They should have done something with that wasted opportunity. I don't know how they would have, like, it would have been hard to justify, you know, there being nothing there, but also like suddenly, ooh, look, building on top. But I don't care. Imagine if they made Kalos on the same scale of Lumiose City. I would probably weep from joy. That's been my number one, that was like my number one grievance before this game came out was, well, I had two of them. One, hoping we weren't getting megas for the starters instead of regional forms. I wanted regional forms. And two, I was really hoping there would be more to Lumiose City than just Lumiose City. I hope we would go around it because we have the north, we have the northwest, and we have like literally every cardinal direction. And all of them have unique or at least pretty biomes. Like, and I don't think you even get to see it. Like, could you imagine Anastar City in full scale? Like, oh man. I think it's such a waste. I think it's fucking bizarre that that is the way they went with it. Instead of going around and exploring all of Kalos, we're exploring Lumiose City with and making Pokemon habitats inside the city. Just go north, dude. Just go north. There's a swamp. They're literally there. They're just there. There's Pokemon in the park. You can just take them. I'm pretty sure there is actually like a small park in Swing Set. Like in the, just outside to the north of Lumiose City. If I remember correctly. It's right there. It's right there. It's all free. Like, I don't even care if the way they wanted to do it was like time and place for everything, but not now. They could have. They could have done it. They just didn't want to. There's a time and place for everything, but not now. I don't know. I feel like what they should have done is if they wanted to push back if they pushed back ZA another year to 2026, but that was the original like intent of release, because apparently it was supposed to release last year, but then got delayed. If it was actually like, if that was the new, like, if that was the 2026 game, like with the full intent of it being released then, and they actually put like 3 or 4 years of work into it with a higher budget, they could have done it. Easily. Like, there is no excuse. Like, if they had, like, well, there is an excuse in that they didn't have the budget and the team and the time. That's the excuse, really, what it comes down to. We have like, I know everyone does this. They compare it to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and then lots of people also compare it to Xenoblade. But Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, 3, and X all exist on the Switch. The Switch 1. Xenoblade X was released on the Wii U, and I don't even think it had hardly any loading screens then. And then it got a definitive edition. It was even better. Like, it's... This is what it comes down to. This is the war within the... Like, this is like the civil war of the Pokemon community. Even someone like me who loves the series, like, deeply, and is still gonna buy them as early as I can, because I'm a dick eater for Game Freak, I guess. My words, not anyone else's necessarily. That's just, I have to. If I actually want to get everything, the FOMO is real, you know? I have to get it as early as possible. Because if I wait too long, I'm going to miss an event. Like in BDSP, with the Shaman and Darkrai mystery gift items, I can no longer acquire them. Could have even made a new Pokemon Ranger in the Wii U. Oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, you're right. Oh man, yeah, that's a fucking disappointment that I never thought of until now. Thank you. I don't know, man. Like, I am hoping Wind and Waves ends up being, because it's apparently going to be some sort of like island hopping archipelago with like underwater, like there's going to be underwater sections where we're diving and doing all that crazy shit, and there's even like Pokemon battles underwater. I am hoping to God it is a proper open world experience that is good, it's expansive, it's well designed, and with an actual, if there's just one city, I don't care. Like, one city per island, fine. Don't give a fuck. Just make it one big, nice, pretty place. That doesn't look terrible. No PNG windows, flat PNG textures, like, of a building with windows, like, drawn onto it. That's all I'm asking for at this point. Don't remove megas as well. Don't do that again. We've done that, been there, done that. We don't want to do that ever again. Fuck off. It's just, I'm hoping it lives up to the experience that Legends ZA could have been. Because I think Legends ZA was being developed for the original Switch, and I think that's what they were going for in mind, and then it turned into a Switch 2 game and all that shit. I think this one is being developed for the Switch 2 specifically, and I think because of that, and the extra budget that they supposedly have and the new mechanics they're working on from the leaks, I think it could be good. I think it could be, dare I say, fantastic. Like, comparable to an actual, like, open, like a much more, you know, expansive open world JRPG. Scratch that. I don't even care if it's open world necessarily. Even if it's a linear, like it's always been traditionally, like you go on, like you have Route 1, Route 2, Route 3. Even if it's like that, as long as it's well designed and there's secrets to find, alternate paths, like, you know, it's not just one really long hallway. Like, if it winds up being like something like a Tales game, I'd be okay with it, you know? Because Tales games are great. Tales of games are great. Like Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Symphonia. All very cool. But definitely, like, very, like, you know, it's kind of like a, you know, in that sense of a JRPG, it's kind of like some of their roots are, like, it's got roots, right? You know, like you would see in Pokemon, where you've got like long hallway type areas, but there's like little secrets, new areas that are locked and you can't get to, and all that. If it was like that, I wouldn't mind, as long as it was like an actual full region. Keep your expectations low and you'll never be disappointed. While true, that's basically letting them win. And letting them and here's the thing. I shouldn't say that either, because me paying for it is them winning. That's what it comes down to. So they're gonna win no matter what. But this should be inexcusable overall. I don't know. I'm just yelling. I'm just old man yelling at the clouds. But I mean, God, I don't know if any, like, I know Slip has seen it. I don't know if you've popped in at all, Fabled, for Xenoblade 2. If you played it already, regardless, it doesn't matter. Like, just exploring the world, just the scale of it. It's a lot of these places are giant, like with Gormont, like one of the opening sections of the game. It's just a giant green pasture essentially. But it's got elevation and, you know, areas that you can't go into yet because, you know, you're missing a field skill, or places you don't want to go because there's like level 80 enemies and you're level 5, you know? So places that you're expected to go to much later in the game, so there's, you know, all that sort of stuff. Or you can try and brave it, you know, and you know, sneak past everything and you know, get the loot, you know, that you shouldn't have yet too early, but yada yada yada. Like, I mean, there's so many different places in just Xenoblade 2 alone that are breathtaking and expansive and mind-boggling that they did that on the Switch. That's just 2. And there's a lot of like segmented areas, right? There's a lot of segmented areas, like where all the Titans are kind of like you have like all the Titans, which essentially are stand-ins for continents or like major world like areas that, technically speaking, outside of traversing to a different Titan, there's no loading screen in between like all of the locations. You can just walk all the way from one end to the other. And then you can, you know, take a load screen to another, like, you know, area, to another Titan, and then walk all the way over. It's crazy. Xenoblade 3, same deal, basically. In fact, there's very few sections of that game that I can think of that actually do force you into a load screen. It's a huge game that you can walk from one end to the other. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while, though, since I've played it, so don't quote me on that. They need a mainline Pokemon game with the elements of Pokemon Snap. Which elements of Pokemon Snap? Just the camera? And the pester balls and all that? I would not mind that. I would not mind a Pokemon Snap that wasn't on rails. I think that would be fun. I've also been talking a lot. I need water. Fuck me. The personality, the graphics of the environments and graphics. I absolutely agree. You know what's wild? Morning, Chris. I'm not 100%. I'm gonna look this up right now, but I'm pretty sure the most recent Pokemon Snap, I'm pretty sure that was done by Bandai Namco. Developed by Bandai Namco Studios Incorporated. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Monolith Soft and Bandai Namco know what to do with Pokemon. But Game Freak does not. It is a strange experience that we keep living in this reality. Like this. In this timeline. It's bizarre. Also, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this song at all. I'm removing it from this playlist. I don't like Chargestone Cave. I found myself thinking, I don't like Gen 5's music. I don't like Gen 5's music as much. I think I've listened to it too much lately. I think that's part of what it is. Because it was in my playlist a lot. And like several different versions of the same track. But I don't much care for it. It's just, it doesn't work for me. Meanwhile, Game Freak, ever heard of Ilka? Okay, so in Ilka's defense, I don't think they had ever developed a real game before that wasn't a mobile game, if I'm not mistaken. And they basically just copy and pasted like Diamond and Pearl into Unity. That's basically what they did. So I can't even necessarily be mad at Ilka. They had no the fucking clue what they were doing. They had no idea. Aren't they mobile game devs? Wasn't that their thing? It's rare you're gonna say someone like, you know, have someone say something in defense of Ilka, but like, I don't know what anybody expected from them. Let me double check here. Ilka. Ilka Ilka developer. I Love Computer Art is a Japanese video game developer known for creating titles like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, One Piece, and One Piece Odyssey. Okay, worked on various games as a support for Nintendo. All right, so here we go. Games, tell me more. Oh. Okay. So, not quite, apparently. They're not quite mobile games. So, Ilka is... They're basically a... Okay, here's the Wikipedia. Here's the history. Ilka was formed by former Cavia employees on October 1st, 2010 in Tokyo, Japan, with the studio's name being an acronym for the phrase, I love computer art. Also, you know what I can do? Real fast here. Can I go ahead and delete that? Do I have an Opera window? Browser. That's not what I'm looking for. Cancel. I am looking for a... Was it window capture? There we go. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. This is the wrong thing. Ah, shit. Hold on. Well, I guess I could do it this way. Hold on, we'll come back to like shiny hunting for a second. We just got the Wikipedia on here. Wikipedia article on here. Transform center horizontally. that'll do it. Okay. But yeah, we already read this. Let's see. ILCA was formed TIA as a joint venture with Anima. Toho would eventually buy out Anima's stake and rename the studio Toho Animation Studio, which is kind of crazy. While the company initially started as a CG-based video production company, it eventually branched out to work on video game projects. It has worked as a support studio for games such as Yakuza, Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest 11, Echoes of Exclusive Age. Fuck, I can't read. Nier Automata, Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, and Ace Combat 7: Skies Unknown, as well as applications such as Pokémon Home. In 2020, it was announced that the director for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Daisuke Ichihara, had joined ILCA's Kyoto office. We're talking about ILTA, Mary. How's it going, by the way? The studio received more attention when it was revealed as the lead developer for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It had then developed a close relationship with publisher Bandai Namco Entertainment, working on games such as The Idolmaster Starlit Season, One Piece Odyssey, and Sandland. It also formed a new studio named Bandai Namco Aces with the publisher in 2022 to work on the next Ace Combat game. Wild. Bandai Namco will own 51% of the new studio, while ILCA will own the remaining 49%. The company founded the Pokémon Works in 2024 as a joint venture alongside the Pokémon Company to develop games in the Pokémon series, its first project being Pokémon Champions. So I was wrong. These were not mobile game developers. These are basically a support developer. Strictly support developer until they basically made Pokemon Home, then the Idolmaster. First of all, they did Pokemon Home for it's like an app basically, for, you know, your Switch, your Android, iOS, and then they made BDSP and all these. So everything I said earlier was fucking wrong. Everything I said earlier about them being a mobile game developer was fucking wrong. Completely dead wrong. So no, we should shit on it, ILCA. We should. I will shut my mouth. I will shut my goddamn mouth. Anyway, let's get back to shiny hunting. Yeah, BDSP, yeah. It's like, we're basically, what we've been talking about is just, we've essentially been lamenting the state of Pokemon and what it could be and what it should be. We've been, like, I've been looking at Bandai Namco games all night, essentially, and, like, the Tales of series, Elden Ring, and Dark Souls, by extension. Fucking, the new Digimon game, Bandai Namco as well. I don't understand how Game Freak is in this position other than the Pokemon Company just not giving them a budget. They just refuse. All of it goes to merchandising. It's crazy to me. Like, they actually sell a shitload of the games. BDSP and Pokemon Go are not things we can praise. Well, okay, sure. Pokemon Go is not relevant, basically. It is like another like mobile game or whatever, but it has nothing to do with ILCA. That's a Niantic or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, it's not what I'm not going off about. It's like the games, like I think Scarlet and Violet are like the second most like sold games, period, so far. Like I think they're just behind Red and Blue now. So they've sold like 20-30 million copies on physical sales alone, something like that. And I don't think that includes digital. And it also does not include any of the DLC sales. You have to imagine at least half of that is DLC sales. So they make bank. They made bank on the games. Meanwhile, the budgets for those games are like $10, $15 million. Like, what is that? What is that? I'm not saying the budget is the only problem, but it's basically, it's the root of it. Everything cascades from that. If you don't have enough money and enough time, you cannot hire more people, train them up, and make a good game. It's really the budget and the timeline for all of these things that is the main problem. And it's... I'm just yelling. That's really, like, I'm just yelling. I have more to say. I guess I just don't know. I just don't. I'm out of like. I'm out of willpower to say it. I just like it's so tiresome just going over. It's just. This is basically the same talking point I've had for probably like a couple weeks now. It's just tiring me out because there's no new development. There's no new like. There's no help. There's no fix. Like, ZA is at least, like, fine. You know? It's just more of the same. Some improvements here and there over small things from what I hear, but, like, it's not amazing. BDSP didn't improve on the original game. I don't see the point of a remake if it doesn't give you a real new experience. Well... not necessarily. There's some games like where it's like there's a lot of games when you get a remake of them, they're mostly the same outside of just removing like a lot of JRPGs. What they'll do is they'll add like a new character, or they'll remove some filler and some stuff like that, or maybe some like extra tools to make the pace of the game a little bit better. But very rarely do you have a remake of a game that's like outwardly like totally different and vastly improving on the experience. Fire Red and Leaf Green, yeah. Where Leaps Up, okay, I thought you meant like, that was like Ruby and Sapphire somehow. Like, I misread that for a second. Okay. Yeah, they are definitely leaps up. And that's simply, I think that is simply because those games are very similar. It's still the same game, but it's on a completely different engine. It's on a completely different engine, and there is more content, but it's a completely different engine with a lot less of the fucking glitches, to be real. Like, it's also leaps and bounds ahead in technology. You had a better soundtrack. You had better visuals. Like that. In that vein, I would say it is still like BDSP are still better than Diamond and Pearl. Absolutely. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green are not like. When it comes to like the outward content outside of the Sevi Isles, like it's really exactly the same game. Like, it's really not that different. Yeah, red, green, blue, yellow. Yeah. I clued in eventually. But I just don't. I don't know. It's like the only real remake I can genuinely think of that's like an actual remake, not just a kind of a remaster, because Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're kind of just a remaster more than a remake. We called them remakes, but it is kind of just like a remaster remake thing. It's closer to the original than not. The only one that's like genuinely like vastly improving upon the experience in a completely different, like, new way, like as you said, like the only one I could think of is the Final Fantasy remake for 7, where it follows sort of the general plot line and then suddenly we're not, and it's also a completely different style of gameplay. There's also Oros and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Those two. Oros is like these are definite improvements on the originals, yes. I think there's a better argument for that one than Fire Red and Leaf Green, to be honest with you. Ooh, swirly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, and I haven't really thought about these positions very long, so I'm just kind of talking. So you can like go ahead and, you know, burn me at the stake later. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I've got nothing else. Like, when it comes to BDSP, it is basically just the same game, which is a hardware upgrade. And yes, I completely agree that it should have been Platinum. But I've also had the stance for a long time that I literally just want Pokemon Platinum exactly as it is. I don't even want an engine upgrade. I literally want the exact same game again, but with like just the updated typings and Pokemon list. Just give me the full roster of all the new Pokemon, but keep the game exactly the same. I literally do not care. Maybe expand on the post game so it's more evergreen, but I literally don't want any other game. Like, I don't want it to change in any way. I don't mind if we wind up with like a de-chibified, you know, luminescent Platinum. That sounds fantastic to me. I love the idea. Trying to get canceled all week? Yes, ma'am. Don't worry, I say worse things in Discord. Much more cancelable offenses in Discord. Anyway. Don't make me defend Gen 4. You cannot make me like BDSP. Well, that's not Gen 4's fault. He creates Discord. Yes. Exactly. Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I think the thing I'm gonna, like, a thing I'm doing right now is I'm waiting and seeing. I think there's going to be an up, like I think we're on the upward trajectory in terms of quality. I think we are. Is it going to be a slow and painful process, and will the series be forever catching up to literally everything else in the same genre? Yes, probably. I don't think it's going to be innovative at all, ever. Not anymore. But I think, I don't know, I want to see what they do with Wind and Wave. February is going to be big. I think February is going to be big. Because it's what, the 30th anniversary? Personally, I don't like the Faithful remakes. I don't think... Normally when you have a Faithful remake, it's never like it. When you have a Faithful remake, it's still this, it's usually like, it's a descriptor people use to say it's like, yeah, it's not much different from the original, but the original was really, really good. So, you know, they just added a few things here and there just to improve upon it a little bit, but it didn't really need it, you know? Didn't need too much to improve upon. That's usually the example, right? But when it comes to Pokemon, outside of like some of the good remakes, like, you know, like Oros, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, what have you, or even Fire Red and Leaf Green, that one was much more faithful as well. Sort of in the same vein as BDSP. That's kind of a hot take, I guess. When it comes to something like BDSP, it's like they use the word faithful, and it was like another finger, you know, curls down on the monkey's paw, so to speak. It's really bizarre how that one wound up. Because that was definitely like the monkey's paw remake. We want faithful, like, because that's everyone was asking for. That is literally what everyone was asking for. Everyone wanted the faithful remake of Gen 4. That was like the discourse online at the time before they announced it and showed it off, and then everyone saw the chibi and everyone went, "What? What is that?" I still have the fucking memes on my computer of like Chibi Dawn, like when they announced BDSP, and then they showed off like what the game looked like, and then everyone saw it, and then just it was nothing but memes. I still have those like files like saved on my computer somewhere. It's probably in like a certain, like, what month was that announced? Probably February. It was probably for Pokemon Day, so I could probably find it. Wouldn't be hard. How can you give me Sun and Moon and then go backwards and give me Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? Because Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were basically just testing the waters of the Switch, essentially. I still maintain Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are probably the best looking games on the Switch. When it comes to Pokemon. They are probably the prettiest games on the Switch. Prettiest Pokemon games on the Switch. Mainline. Outside of Snap, because I think Snap is, you know, that one's an exception. They are still some of the most artistically fucking gorgeous games in the series on the Switch. They have no reason to be that pretty. Little jank, very weird to play, but they're really, really pretty. So, what else? I have no problem with it. No, I'm a Gen 4 hater. I don't know why. Gen 4 like has like they're the prettiest games on the DS era. I'm gonna be honest. Gen 5 looks like shit. I hate the art style of Gen 5. They leveraged a lot more of the 3D of the DS's they leverage a lot of the DS's like 3D polygon like capabilities, and I think it's impressive. I just don't like it. And if I play it again, I'll probably really enjoy it. But outside of playing those games, like none of it calls out to me. The music, I don't like the sound font, at least. I don't like the sound font at all. I don't like the design of the game, like visual design of the game. I don't like Gen 5. I think the animated sprites are cool. But I would have liked to have those on a later series that were more with more graphic fidelity. Because it's not very impressive, honestly, in terms of like the outlines being like fucking jagged as shit. See, the Pokebros are loving ZA. That's the problem. The vocal minority, the Pokebros are loving ZA. I mean, I don't see that at all. Like, yes, but I think that like we are still in like 50-50, or I guess we're in like 40-40 Civil War, with the extra 10% just kind of caught in the middle, being like, I like the game, but also I agree, but like, Kalos and Alola are better looking than Let's Go Pikachu. No, not when it comes to in-engine graphical fidelity. Location-wise, like, if you were to take, like, if you showed me the art of the, like, a hand-drawn, like, piece, absolutely. I think they're definitely a lot prettier. But when it comes to graphical fidelity, no. Let's Go Pikachu is the best. Like, they're the prettiest ones on the Switch. That's also what I said before. And even for like Gen 6, I think Kalos is like, I think a lot of Kalos is undersaturated. I think a lot of it is undersaturated, and it really could have used, like, I think ZA, like with that art style, I think the rest of Kalos would be the best one in the series. It really would. Alola, same deal. It's that same art style. I really, really like it, with the cell shading and the lots of saturation in the color saturation. Beautiful. But it's dim. It's dim, undersaturated, and low polygon count. Kind of. I can't allow it to say that it's like they're the best or better looking than Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is fucking gorgeous. It's pretty. Just the buildings themselves, the Pokemon centers, or the outside, the water, it's a little boring, but it's when you see the surfing animation, when you're on top of it, the way the water, it looks like it's out of fucking Wind Waker. Here, you know what? Speaking of Wind Waker is more graphically impressive just due to its innate resolution, and especially with the HD remake. Wind Waker is more impressive than, in terms of its graphical fidelity, than the 3DS era in totality. Alola comes close, but it's still not there. It's what I says, Batman. It's what I say. I say. A lot of the aspects of ZA are the things I hate, but the Pokebros seem to love it. Well, I mean, so far, like, art style wise, I don't have anything to disagree with. From what I've seen, I think it's very pretty. Again, the windows being like the buildings being one solid, you know, JPEG with the windows being literally drawn on is disappointing. But I like the art style. They make the game for all the Wolfies and Shady Penguin. No disrespect to them, but it's true. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been able to, like, check in on Shady Penguin in years, ever since he started moving to Patreon because of the adpocalypse and stuff. It's not even the adpocalypse, it's like, he basically started doing a bunch of content exclusive to Patreon, and it was all the stuff that was kind of interesting, and then he just kind of, like, overwhelmed me with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I wasn't interested, so I just kind of checked out, and then everything stopped having a fucking, like, everything was, like, nothing had numbers anymore. It's a case with a lot of content creators, honestly, but still, it's meh. And Wolfie's whole thing is competitive. Just competitive. So I mean, I get it. There's a lot of interesting things they did in ZA that I've heard of. Simply for the fact of a lot of the Pokemon, like Starmie. Starmie's fucking crazy. It looks goofy as shit, I'll be honest with you. But Starmie is actually kind of crazy because of the ability that it has, or is likely to have. It's gonna get huge power. Because the way that they handled huge power, since there's no abilities in the game at all, except for like 3 Pokemon, something like that. The way that they handled huge power was that instead of doubling the attack stat, they just kind of like, they gave everyone like 40 points to the base attack, something like that. So I think they're like, so things like Medicham and there's one other that got huge power, I can't remember. But Medicham and whatever Pokemon that was, and basically instead of getting a, you know, like for their Megas, Megas give 100 base stat total normally. But for those ones, including Mega Starmie, I think they got 140, which means the extra 40 points are in their physical attack. It's like huge power and pure power. I think that's the 2 Pokemon, whatever ones they were. Meaning Starmie is going to have an absurd physical attack. Absolutely absurd. Because I think its physical attack is like 140, 130, something like that. Which means it's going to be a crazy mix sweeper. It's fast and it hits really hard. I also don't remember if I hit the button on that round. I did not hit the button. So as goofy as Starmie is, it's actually going to be like probably one of the biggest sleeper threats in so far. I just wish so many of them didn't get minus speed decreases. I like exploration and collecting. Sure. I don't think there's going to be a lot of that in ZA, and I didn't expect there to be a lot. Outside of like maybe Zygarde cores or something, but we already did that in Sun and Moon. I don't know if we were going to go back and do that, but I don't know. I haven't played ZA yet. I haven't seen people play it yet, so don't know. I don't imagine there's going to be a whole lot of like things to explore in the maze that is Lumio City. Because that's what it is, it's a maze. Do I care if it has huge power? No. I mean, I do. That sounds fun. It's a Zoomerl. Azumarill without huge power, like, Azumarill doesn't exist. Like, you're not using Azumarill without huge power. Like, you can use it with thick fat, I guess. But it's just gonna kind of sit there, and it's not really gonna do much. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're just gonna use it in like a, like, I don't know. You've heard me yell about this before, again and again. In fact, I did it earlier. It's like, I still wish I could have explored the rest of Kalos. I wish they had spent the time making the rest of Kalos instead of like an absurdly large like Lumio City. I think that's a downgrade. But given the state of what we have, the reality of it, it's like, yeah, I'm fine with this. Lumios looks the same as everywhere you go. They forgot to put monuments or give the areas their own flair. I can imagine that being the case. I can certainly imagine that being the case. You get a mini-map, don't you? I mean, it's like, you spend enough time, you're gonna start learning these places, right? You start learning the locations. Like, you're gonna have a mini-map to help you anyway. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that huge of a deal. But it remains to be seen. You know, as I have not played it yet, I don't know. I'll probably grumble about it later. Also, the concept of Pokemon in the city like this is dumb as fuck. I guess. I know what they were. I like what they were. I like the idea. I don't like the execution. But I mean, it's hard to have a massive stretch of land like that where it's just like, this is a Pokemon-free zone. It's like, yeah, no, it's a fucking park. What happened to that one game? Oh, it crashed. Nope, there it is. Nope, it's the same game. One of them crashed. Okay. That's interesting. Which one was it? Was it Moon? Yeah, it's Sun. It's Sun. Okay, so they both crashed. Well, one of them's crashed and the other one... Okay, so I've got to stop the other one and I've got to basically do this again. Okay, so we're going to make you Ultra Sun. We're going to make you Ultra Moon. And then I've got to unfull screen that and then full screen this. Why is there noise? There we go. No more song. No more music. Yeah, something happened there. Boy. There we go. Alright, so one of these is something. Alright, so this is Ultra Sun. We're gonna have to pause this one for the moment. Pause, and then we'll make, where is it? Top screen, top right. That one's gotta be Ultra Moon. There we go. Bottom screen. Where is it? Capture. Okay, that should be correct. Okay. Yeah, that's the wrong one. It doesn't really matter which one it is at the end of the day, frankly, but that is still the wrong one. We need this one. I need to see the groups of Pokemon here. Okay, here we go. Alright, this is supposed to be Ultra Moon here. This is Ultra Sun. Okay, no, we're correct. We're correct. We're good to go. Also, hello, Mitzi. Hello. Tell me there's no poor areas in Lumios? No, of course not. It's Pokemon. Why would there be a slum? That's ridiculous. How's it going? It's going, you know, yelling about Pokemon because it's me and I have 3 topics of conversation. But, you know, it's going pretty good. One of our emulators crashed there, which was unfortunate, but so we had to go and reset and fix it all up. In fact, actually, it is about time. It's been an hour for that recording. All right, new recording. And now you have 5 topics. You're probably not wrong. We've got Warframe. We've got Warframe and their Netra cells, and then the Catchmoon nerf. That's 2. And Wukong. Wukong and explosive weapons nerf. That's 3. We've got Xenoblade. I've got Ys, and I've got yelling about Pokemon. So I guess I have 6 topics. 3 of them we can just condense into Warframe. So you know, that's 3. Still. Okay. Well, you're not wrong. Alright, we've done 300 encounters already tonight. We're probably only gonna go for another hour. Warframe, Pokemon, Xenoblade, Ys, and Christmas. You actually know me quite well. I want a cute, simple story with no overwhelming amount of plotline to allow me to explore a land to collect cute Pokemon, and that's it. That is probably never gonna happen. Because a simple storyline, like in a main series Pokemon game, that's just not gonna exist. Oh, and Helldivers? Yeah, that's 6. There you go. Like, we're never gonna do the simple storyline of Pokemon again. Like, if you want a simple storyline, you're basically doomed to play Fire Red and Leaf Green or Let's Go Pikachu for forever. Pokemon had a storyline? Yeah, it has a bunch of them. Like, every game since Ruby and Sapphire, basically. Even Red and Blue technically had a storyline. Kind of. But yeah, basically, like, it's like a lot of the reason people play these games isn't just for the creature collecting, it is for the storyline and the exploration of the region, right? It's like, yeah, beat gyms. So it's like, yeah, so basically that's Gen 1, pretty much, in a nutshell. But But after that, it's not just that. There's subplots and storylines and all that kind of bullshit. It's like, that's what I played. Well, yeah, well, there you go. That's my point. Literally the first game, because they couldn't fucking figure out how to do a grand narrative on a fucking Game Boy. That's what I'm saying. I think my last Pokemon game was the remake of Gold. Could very well be on the DS, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Those ones had a lot more plot, but it was still subdued. But it was still there. It was still definitely a plot. Heart Gold, that one, no plot, but it did have a step counter that was... Okay, you weren't paying attention then. There was definitely a plot. Lost the damn thing at Disneyland and it showed up in my friend's couch. What that tells me is your friend fucking stole it from you and then... and it landed in his couch. That's okay. That's a very loose description of like the weird lore that's in Gen 4, specifically from a fucking book or two. That's needlessly obtuse, and you know it. You know it. Now we go with magical, more fun. Give me a DS, I have that game somewhere. I mean, a regular DS, like a DS Lite, they ain't expensive. They're pretty cheap. I do need to get one because mine is very broken. Loses me, so I just spam. See, I don't even know what, like... It's like, yeah, it's like... You just spam through this story, that's kind of the thing. So on the hunt for an XL? A DS Lite is going to be much cheaper, to be honest with you. That's going to be like under 100, probably. But that'll play your Heart Gold, no problem. Never sell that copy of Heart Gold, by the way. Trying to get, like, especially if you still have the box for it and everything. Can't see the tiny screens though? Well, then get better glasses. But yeah, never sell that copy of Heart Gold because that's expensive. Even without the packaging, if it's just the cartridge, dog, it's worth so much. People will pay an arm and a leg for those fucking things, I swear. Though I guess that's what you could do. You could sell the Heart Gold and then you can buy your 3D your DS. May have the box somewhere. I would recommend, if you can find the game, if you think you might have that box somewhere, I would go looking for it if you have the time. It's all for your own, for your own sake, really. I mean, again, don't sell it, but still. I still have my Soul Silver box. Still have mine. I don't have the game anymore, though. Who the hell could I sell it to? GameStop, probably, or eBay. I actually like the Sun and Moon plot one because I was finally forced to pay attention because of the cutscenes. See, maybe you'd like more of them more if you actually sat and read the cutscenes. If you actually read the dialogue for Gen 4, it might be a little better. I know what the answer's gonna be, but I'm just poking a bear because it's right there and I have a really long stick. Or unskippable scene, yeah. Pokemon themed case for my games is cute. I mean, they usually are. What to do, what to do. You know, that is a good question. I know what you should do. You should get me food. I'm hungry. Bring me the pizza. You know what's actually like really fucking upsetting? I'm not even gonna lie. I have chicken with feta and spinach. Well, not sold on the spinach, but I'm down. I love feta cheese. Love it. It's good shit. Especially with Kalamata olives. Just give me all of the salt. Oh yeah, what's actually really upsetting is that there seems to be like some sort of like renovations or something going on with like all the local Subway over here. So even if I wanted to get like a Subway sandwich or something, like cause it's cheap and just right there, like basically right next door, even if I wanted to, they're all closed down. The one like right over here, closed down until December 1st, which is nuts. I hate this. I just had pizza. I want... I've been eating too much pizza. I need pizza though. I love pizza. I am a fiend. I'm a fiend for like a frozen pizza because it's cheap but delicious. Like the local grocery store, like, you know, they're like owned, you know, the store brand, like shitty frozen pizza. That shit is awesome. Thin crust chicken Alfredo is crazy. Subway, why not do basic sandwiches? Because I don't have like shredded chicken on hand, nor do I have garlic aioli, nor do I have like chopped steak. I don't have all the fixings. That's what it's come down to. not like my frozen pizza, it's got spinach, you're probably right. If it's anything like, you know, spinach on any frozen pizza I've ever seen, no, I'm good, dog. Have you seen Hell's Kitchen? Why don't they cut the leaves smaller? Well, that's the problem. They do. They cut them really small. The problem isn't the size of the leaves or the fact that it's because it fucking tastes like shit. It's spinach. It's awful. It sucks. I hate spinach. Spinach is so awful. Like raw, it's okay. But fucking cooked, it's the worst. It's just the worst. I feel like a suicidal rabbit when I have spinach. Put the full lettuce leaf on plates. Because it's... I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I also munch happily on Brussels sprouts. Again, also strange. I'm not a vegetables kind of man. I've never been able to get over it. It's quite difficult for me, to be honest with you. It's like a legitimate problem that I have. Like it's like I just like there's a bunch of stuff that nutritionally like you should be eating a lot of like certain kinds of vegetables. Because it's really hard to get the other, like, the stuff from them, from other sources in, like, the same quantities, right? But, like, no, I just can't do it, man. I just can't. Spinach is okay, come on, no. No. Silence, communist. Sounds like something only communists like spinach. Mom never had to fight us on eating veggies. She had many jealous parents. I would imagine. Like, why don't people like veggies? Because it tastes bad. It's bad. It's gross. Yuck. Yeah. And it might just be like I don't know if it's like a worldwide thing, but it's definitely like at least an American thing, probably a Europe thing as well. I don't know, man. It's certainly weird. It's certainly weird. But at the same time, not weird at all because it makes total sense because it's gross. Yuck. Ew. Like, lots of them I actually quite like raw, but the moment you cook them, I'm like, nope, I'm out. Peace. These are disgusting. Carrots, for example. Carrots, raw, they're okay. Cooked carrots? No. I will shove them into your ears. That is... It's not happening. Broccoli's fine. I can handle broccoli. Especially with cheese. Because cheese makes everything better. Spinach, not happening. Green beans, I used to like enough, but now I can't even smell them. I don't know why. I fucking despise green beans. Corn, love corn. That's not really a vegetable, but shut up. Love corn. Bell peppers, fantastic. Also, I don't think that's really a vegetable. But it's fine. You like most tomatoes? Well, tomatoes aren't vegetables. That's a fruit. It's fine. It's good. Lettuce only small or in burgers. I mean, I don't mind a salad. You know, I don't mind a salad, especially like lettuce and like I think raw spinach is all right. Mostly because they don't really taste like much, and you can drown them in salad dressing. That's the fun part, you know? It's just like greens. It's mostly greens that I have a problem with. I'm finding greens and other strange things. Eggplant? No, I can't do eggplant. Zucchini though. Zucchini's okay enough. I've been. Carl's Jr. has done a lot for me with zucchini, because I got to have they do fried zucchini, and that shit is fucking delicious. I dig it. Dip it in a little ranch, and it's heaven. I know. The American likes the fried food. That's crazy. It's versatile. Yeah, it's very versatile. Cauliflower, however, again, you must be an alien if you like cauliflower. My mother's the same way. She loves it. And I'm like, nope, that makes me want to throw up. Just the smell of it. They said in classifications, fruits had to be sugary. No, I don't think so. Not at all. And also, like, I don't think it has anything to do with the sugar content. I think it has more to do with the way that the seeds are dispersed or contained. Because pretty sure, I'm fairly certain, zucchini also counts as a fruit. Also, I did push the button extra, so we're just gonna leave it like this. We're not gonna touch it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure zucchini also counts as a fruit. I think eggplant might even. Because I think that's all. I think these are also like other like nightshades, but I could be wrong. Yeah, let me introduce you to the cranberry. Yeah, cranberry, not crown. Pretty sure even like pumpkins and squash. I think squashes are even considered fruits. Let's look this up right fast. Are zucchini fruit? Zucchini is technically a fruit because it develops from the flower of a plant and contains seeds. It is, however, commonly treated as a vegetable in cooking. So same deal with squash. Yep. Contains seeds and develops from the flower of a plant. Food classification versus life classification. I don't know of anyone that actually makes that distinction. You have like the real world shorthand of people like thinking of them as vegetables, but no one but I've never heard of like anyone trying to make the distinction of like, no, it's like that it's a vegetable here, but it's a fruit there. It's like, it's always like, yeah. Again, like it's always someone says it as like they're all counted as a vegetable. Someone says it's a vegetable, and then there's always someone else that goes, no, it's a fruit. And then they go, oh, really? And then, you know, we move on. Or the more real world scenario where it's like, yes, I already know, shut up. That's really much more likely to happen because it's kind of turned into a thing. But it's a veggie in food because food doesn't have to follow scientific norms. Yeah. Excuse me. It's more, I would say, it's more about the. It really just comes down to the lack of awareness. It's like they've always been treated as a vegetable, but with actual, like, as we've expanded, you know, our knowledge, it's like, oh no, actually these are fruits. And that's the point of technically, yes. But it's still a fruit. It's not a fucking vegetable. I'm that guy. I'm not even sure what a vegetable even is at this point. Like, what does it actually count as? What the fuck is a vegetable? I'll admit tomatoes are fruits when they make Pluto a planet again. It was never a planet in the first place, is the point. See that? Okay, that right there. Like right here, the Wikipedia page. Just cause, you know, it's quick and like it's right there, snappy. Vegetables are edible parts of plants that are consumed by humans or other animals as food. The original meaning is still commonly used as is applied to plants collectively to refer to all edible plant matter, including flowers, fruits, stems, leaves, roots, and seeds. So technically speaking, vegetables are literally just plant matter, like classification wise, right? Just collectively. An alternative definition is applied somewhat arbitrarily, so it makes no fucking sense. Often by culinary and cultural tradition, it may include savory fruits such as tomatoes and squash, flowers such as broccoli. First of all, broccolis are fucking flowers, and seeds such as pulses. What the fuck is a pulse? Hover over it. Oh, legumes. Legumes, so things like peanuts. But exclude foods derived from some plants that are fruits, flowers, nuts, and cereal grains. The green, like this greens are fruit because they have sugar, and this other greens are veggies because they are... No. Which is it, legumes? No, I don't think fruit has anything to do with it being sweet, because again, the cranberry. Like, it's... This is the weirdest argument. You know, Mitzi, the fact that you're only twitching at the legume is impressive, because normally wouldn't you be convulsing? It's only, like, you're improving. Nature is healing. That was a little fucked up, I'm sorry. Oh, normally I'd not be breathing. Yeah, there you go. Close enough. Same thing. Tomato, tomato. Which is a fruit. Also, fruits are, like, tomatoes are totally sweet. Like, like, they're a little, like, they're a little savory, but they're totally sweet. They're super sweet. They have a super high sugar content. I'm just saying. You're no darker than what I do at the grocery store while we'll debate out loud with my mom if it's worth going to the ER today so I can try a Reese's. Listen, it's always worth. Dude, I know you can't relate right now, except for, you know, the fact that you've had Reese's and you get it. But like, the first thing I did this morning was, and I'm not proud of this, I'm really not, because when you're, the first thing you do when you're, the first food you should be eating is a proper breakfast, right? Right? It's a proper breakfast is what you should be fucking eat. The first thing you eat, right? Some water and like maybe an egg or something, you know? Like egg, toast, what have you. Like a good, balanced, nutritious breakfast. I came downstairs. There was a pile of candy left over from last night, just kind of sitting there, right by the bag of it, but it was like in like a little plate, you know, because we had guests over and it was like a whole, like, you know, Halloween thing. I looked over and there's just one singular, just perfectly placed, right on top, Nutter Butter. Just right there. And I couldn't fucking stop myself. I snatched that shit up and that thing was gone with the quickness. I love Nutter Butters. Wait, is it Nutter Butter that I'm thinking of? Hold on, maybe that's a different thing. Shit, I think that's the wrong name. I think that's the wrong name. It's the candy. What? Hold on, let me the Nutter Butter. Nutter Butter. Yeah, those are the cookies. No, hold on. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Salter always wrong, nothing new. You're not wrong. Butterfinger! That's why I got it confused, because it's Butterfinger, not Nutter Butter. Yeah, Butterfinger, that's what it was. Dude, I love those things so much. I was so fixated on the taste, I couldn't remember the name. I love Butterfingers. I goofed real hard there. God damn. Silly Zolthor. I'm aware of that one too. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go eat like 4 of them when I get downstairs because there's like the small ones. I'm gonna eat like way too many of them. I'm gonna have like proper food and then that's gonna be dessert. I don't care. It's the day after Halloween. I don't give a fuck about the expectations and the judgment. I don't ever give a fuck anyway, but I have an excuse so that no one can judge me. Because it's after Halloween. It's the day after. Come on. I don't want to hear anything. I know everyone was fucking munching on their Reese's Pieces. That's like the only good part of Halloween. It's the candy that you can get the day after. Or in this case, the day before. Butterfingers is love, Butterfingers is life. Now I'm playing the rest of that video in my head, replacing it with Butterfinger. Oh no, that's a problem. I got nothing to compare to Butterfingers. Yeah. I love Butterfingers. They're like Reese's, but like... There's like Reese's peanut butter, and then there's like Butterfingers, which is kind of like a more buttery peanut butter. but with like crunch. It's like Reese's like makes my head hurt. I love Reese's cups. I'll eat them all day, but like the impact of the sugar like touching my mouth, like my tongue and the roof of my mouth, the impact of that makes my head start to like hurt just because of how sweet it is. Nutter butter doesn't do that. It's still extremely sweet though because it's American candy and we have a fucking problem. But you know, they make a sun butter cup. Well, that sounds like you've taken the fun and joy out of a Reese's cup and then went, here, you can have this instead. The depression cup. The Reese's of depression. The Reese's of self-loathing. I took the here, let me remove air from your life and replaced it with breathe, damn it. I mean, I get it, I suppose. Like, alright, I guess. If you want. I'm just saying, you're already debating, like, whether or not it's worth it to go to the ER over it. I don't, like, tell me I'm wrong. Like, it's clearly inferior. I don't remember hitting the button for that one. I probably missed the button a couple times here. Also, love this track. I did hit the button. Okay, we're good. God, East 10 had a great soundtrack. Okay. I gotta go back and replay East 10 at some point. Probably give it like a full year before I finish off that second playthrough or start that second playthrough because I still have to do a bunch of stuff to fully platinum that one. Well, the ER is the problem. You have to manage to go on a day where the doctor knows what an allergic reaction is. See, that's yeah. That might be location based. Yeah, that might be a location, like a region specific skill issue. Considering we have an ENT who magically became an allergist overnight, probably. Oh, yeah. Every time you see something like that, a wizard did it. That's probably a safe assumption. Probably a very safe assumption. probably going to start wrapping up here in the next couple minutes. I'm going to keep going just a little bit longer than just 400 encounters. I can feel it. It's right there. It's either this or next time. It's gonna be like 410 for the Thunderous. It's gonna be 410. That's what I'm feeling. Well, I guess in this case it'd be 710, but you know, still 410 encounters for the day. Oh! One or both of these is going to be a problem. See. However, the debates with Mom will remain because the look on people's faces are funny. Fair enough. I would do the exact same thing in your shoes. Exact same thing. I'll take both of these for 500. Yeah. Yeah. What's going to end up happening there is I'm going to immediately start save stating, and then we're going to pause one, and then we'll deal with the other, because I could technically do them at the same time. I do register the same inputs, and they're exactly the same inputs that I would need to make, but it would get a little iffy. It would get a little iffy. Come on, Tornadus. I actually won't mind if you decide, no, let's wait till next time. And then I won't necessarily mind, because then I'll actually still have fucking Virizion to deal with. 707. Very cool, very cool. Futurama is on its, like, what, 10th revival? Probably. I wouldn't know. I never watched Futurama, hardly. I think I tried to at one point, but it didn't really click. Takes on the iCarly revival. I also don't know, because I haven't seen it. I just don't watch TV anymore. So it just... If it's Miranda Cosgrove and Jeanette McCurdy, it could be fun. As long as the actor who does the older brother / Crazy Steve. God, I can't remember his name. But as long, you know, if he's there too, if those three there, it sounds great. Motherfucker. Okay, well that's it. I'm wrapping it up. That is going to be all for me tonight. I am... I said stop recording. There we go. I am toast. So, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe and all that. We're going to come back for more of this, I guess, on Wednesday for more shiny hunting. That sounds good. Sounds fun. So, if you would like to, again, be sure to like, subscribe, check out all the stuff down below. There's my Streamlabs in the chat. Jerry Trainer, thank you. That's his name. and all of that. So I'm gonna get out of here. There will be more Xenoblade tomorrow, and we're gonna plot. It's gonna be a lot tomorrow. So we are lots of plot tomorrow. Much plot, so much plot. The most plot anyone has ever seen in one stream. Not really, but I'm gonna get out of here. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, month, or life, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody, and take care.